I am beyond excited now for Fairy Tail, as the spoilers have just come out for 503, and it's everything that we've been wanting to see for a long time in Fairy Tail. I am goddamn excited, and you guys should be as well, because my god, 503, this is going to be the answer to a lot of people's prayers, and I want to see it for a very long time. So let's just get right into it. So you guys already know the rules already. If you don't even know about anything, you've got the count to 1, 2, 3. All spoilers are gone now. You are now in the spoiler zone, so let's get right into it. So we have got not any like pictures and all that to guarantee this stuff and all that, but we do have a bunch of text and all that like talking about the chapter itself. And from what you can tell from the translations as well, is that Lucy regains consciousness and sees like Demaria behind Natsu, and however though her bride is immediately removed in the blink of the eye. When I was immediately reading these spoilers, I was like, okay, no, never mind, this is hentai. Instead, like removing it is like showing off, you know, like we immediately see with Demaria's power, and then literally like Lucy is glaring at this bitch, saying, you know, you're not gonna get away with this and all that. You start to gorge out Lucy's eyes, and before like you know Lucy like can react to her, like her chair breaks and she falls down like on her back, like going into it. And then when Lucy looks around, she notices blood around her eyes, but her eyes are fine and not plucked out of her skull. And Demaria is on the other side of the room, all laid out, and Brandish comes running in and restraining Demaria. Now this is what I've said a lot of the time with how to like actually every time we've ever seen Demaria go down to her knees or ever being like defeated or any of this kind of scenario, is that she has to be blindsided in the scenario. And it seems like her biggest weakness on the whole. Every time that we've seen with Demaria that her main weakness is that her blindsidedness, which, you know, the someone that can control her, she actually generally needs to do the physical, you know, like clack her teeth, and that's how she's able to move on. But every time we've seen like Wendy and especially other characters, well, how they've been able to deal with Demaria is just generally what I said is a lot of a couple of chapters ago, is that you do have to blindside this here and make sure that she's down and out for the count immediately. However, though, this is a problem, though, is that we've been mainly talking about Lucy of this entire chapter, and it's like, where's Natsu? What's happened to Natsu? And immediately, like, from what we've gone on the other hand, is that Natsu is immediately gone, and he's trying to find Zero during this whole scenario. And Lucy goes to find him, but stops, like, as, like, you know, her chest is, like, you know, exposed, since she's, like, revealing everything. And however, though, they do know the identity of the tumor and all that is the power of E.N.D inside of him. And immediately who Natsu, you know, trying to run away and all that, trying to fight off with like Zereth, encounters Gray right at the end of the chapter, and like, apparently at the end of the chapter a statement as well to people that are at the mercy of Zereth. Their fates now violently cross each other. Chapter 504 being titled Crack. Now I'm wondering, like, with that, it's like you know, now that we're at this point where it's like Natsu like is trying to rush in there, we know that the tumor is growing and all that. That is immediately like, you know, it's ended up the demon like inside of him and all that is starting to take over the E.N.D part of it. And what more is that going to be with like Gray in like of like violent rage that is wanting to like see this for a while and all that. And he's like, well, this is proving more that you're nothing but a monster and all that. And this is like all at the worst possible time with the Natsu with the Gray, where he's on a rampage. He's like, I need to confirm this right now. Are you like, you know, are you a demon or I need to do that? And it's like, I don't think Gray is going to be reasonable in this scenario, because, you know, he just lost Julia, and it's like, I even think it's like, even if like Lucy comes rushing in saying like, no, Gray, we can explain it, you know, like with Julia and all that, and it's like, no, like in that scenario, if like Natsu like activates during this time, and like that's where like the next chapter is going 504, is that's the crack, that's gonna be the crack in their friendship, that's gonna be like, this is what's probably gonna show. And I generally think if like this happens and all that, and Natsu's like, you know, it's gonna be pushed into a corner because of Gray and all that, I generally think like this in this scenario and all that, this is what's gonna activate the E.N.D. So possibly and all that, what we can see and all that, like Jeremy 504 could be that potential big chapter where we can see E.N.D. and all that. But I am getting excited because it's happening right now and all that. This big E.N.D. stuff and all that is really going down and all that. I've been excited for this the longest time, and for the people who wanted to see the Natsu versus Gray fight, it's happening in the roundabout at the same time as well. It's being melded in together, so I know a lot of people are goddamn excited for that, as am I, and I cannot wait for where this is going to be going down. Now that I am going to be probably doing a few more videos about this, talking about it when we get some more actual, like, you know, like evidence and all that, showing this with the pages when we actually get the proper spoilers coming out of there, and a lot more to come and all that. But I cannot wait for this to come and all that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think about this whole stuff happening with the spoilers and all that coming out and all that? What are you going to be talking about? But that is all from me. you guys. So thank you for watching. As always, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But I'll see you guys, though, in a bit.